What's up, folks? I haven't done a video in a long while, but mostly because I've just kind of been wrapping up the garden and getting out all that kind of put away, cleaned up. Today I'm going to go out and do some bow hunting. So, I mean, in my mind, part of self-reliance is being able to gather your own protein, getting your own meat. And sometimes you have to do that outside of a garden. So in this case, I got an old bow I bought from eBay, or off eBay, for $200. Used it for a couple of years now, and gonna see, if I can find me a deer. The place I'm hunting here has a 3 deer limit, so I can shoot buck or doe. It's nice down in a river bottom, so lots of coverage. I'm hunting public land. I'm not used to hunting on public land. I typically hunt on private land. But this is several hundred acres of public land, and it's not heavily used. It's fairly early in the season yet, so I'm hoping that there's not a ton of pressure. I'm just gonna find a nice choke point, hopefully, where I know the deer walk through, and see if I can get lucky. So that'll be today's adventure. So stay tuned. So I have the river right there. Pretty wide open space. Main trail right there. And then the railroad and the highway back there. So this acts as a natural choke point. Any deer that travel through here have to kind of walk right through this spot here. So I'm kind of forcing myself in their path. But I'm tucked back against a tree here, so they can't really see me. So cool. Had a 4-point buck walk pretty close to me, but he didn't take the path I was expecting. He ended up shooting up towards the railroad tracks, which is kind of interesting. But here, let me show you where he was. So if you see that down tree, it's hard to tell on the camera, but it's probably 25 yards away, maybe a little less than that, and he stopped right there. And I feel pretty confident shooting at that distance, but rather than following the main path like I expected him to, I don't know if he smelled me or what, but he shot up towards the road and went completely around me. So I don't know. Super cool though. Lots of fun to see that. Wish I could have got that camera, but a little too amped up. Little pemmican breakfast. I've been hanging out here for another couple hours. It's about 11:30 or so, and I'm gonna move up. But one thing to keep in mind for new hunters out there: if you're planning to move through the woods, you're bow hunting, keep an arrow in your bow, nocked. A lot of people might say not to do this, but do that, and it's slow walking. Because basically I'm gonna be checking ahead of myself, looking to see if there's a deer up there, and if I do see a deer, it's pause, wait, hope to get a shot. So I'm not walking anywhere. It's slow, thoughtful, purposeful steps. I think there's a term for it. It's like stop stalking or something like that. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna move up. There's a big clearing ahead of here that I was thinking about trying to post up on for a bit. see what happens. It's a little breezy today, so a lot of my movements are going to be masked by that. Also, the highway blocks a lot of my sound, so I think I should be able to move here pretty quietly, even with the leaves. So we'll see what happens. It's super fresh. There's a lot of activity over here. Not seeing anything. Time for nap. Nothing better than a out in the woods nap. Tell you what. Waited at that clearing for a little while, but nothing moving there, so I'm gonna pick up and move on. I'm gonna follow a big bend here and just kind of just scouting too, because I do a lot of trapping. And there's a lot of signs for raccoons here. I'll give you a great example. 1 second. So this is a raccoon trail or a small animal trail. Just need to be walking this close to the river, but what I'm looking at particularly, a big old pile of raccoon poop right there. Tells me there's a nice raccoon around here somewhere. But there's loads of cottonwood, river access. I mean, why wouldn't they be here? So might have to come back here. Trapping season opens tomorrow. Might have to come back here and get some dog proofs out and see what happens. It's a good example of a raccoon track. Good size too. But I mean, look at my hand compared to it. I mean, that's probably a back foot, but still, that's a big raccoon. And I'm pretty remote out here. There's not a lot of people that trap anymore, so I would guess that this has got to be a pretty good spot to try for some raccoon. There's got to be some big ones back here. Should almost make another video just for scouting. This bank right here is just prime. I mean, it's nice and flat, nice and muddy. Easily find some raccoons here. In the springtime, get a couple castor mounds set here. I'm like, holy cow, this is a great spot. Let's keep going. Well, curiosity got the better of me, and I'm glad it did, because I saw a big old blue heron take flight through the woods, and I couldn't figure out why, since there wasn't any water near me, or at least that's what I thought. But I came over here and I got this little creek kind of thing, but there's beaver sign all over the place. And these aren't, none of these trees are felled by beavers, but a lot of them, some of them are. Especially back here in the woods a little bit, and I also found a castor mound. So, I mean, this is a prime beaver location too. So I might be setting some beaver traps back here in a couple days. Well, I think beaver opens up November 5th, so I'll probably wait till after rifle season, but still, this is a cool spot. I like it. Well, I'm walking back now, but I just wanted to show you all this. This is a big buck track. You can tell by those points. Look how big it is compared to my hand. I don't have big hands by any means, but I mean, that's a big deer. These are fresh too. I mean, this just happened. If you look at, you know, how dry this is on the top compared to when it got smushed. I want to say this was probably last night I walked through here. You know, and the leaves haven't even covered these up yet. So I would say very fresh, very large deer. I'm gonna have to come back here and see if I can't find a good spot to wait them out. Problem is, around here there's no elevation. You're just hiding among the branches, and I see it right there, you know. So it's kind of tough. we'll see. I want to point out, if you're going to be hunting like this, where, you know, so in this case, I'm traversing several miles at a time in the woods, you know, not a ton of it, incline and decline, but there's some. Should be in shape. Like, you should definitely be in shape for this. I see a lot of guys get out there and they're huffing and puffing and they're exhausted by the end of it. You know, I'm not in like perfect shape, but I'm in good shape. And I mean, yeah, I'm good to go. You know, I do all my walking, do all my sitting, do all my moving. I'm feeling good. What's more is I did leg day this morning. So I woke up at 4:40, went to the gym, did squats, did leg press, did all that shit. Came back out here still. Don't get me wrong, my legs are shot, but definitely helps to be in shape if you're gonna hunt, especially going to some of these really backwood places where the average Joe is not gonna go. So, something to think about. No one ever regretted getting healthy. So, actually, you know what? Take that back. I do know a lady who regretted being healthy, but she was like 102 or something like that, and she'd stayed healthy her whole life, and all her friends had died, all her family had died. You know, so she kind of regretted being healthy, but in general, I think being healthy is definitely something you should go for. So, Josh, out. Well, it's about 1:30, so I'm headed back for the day. It's a lot of fun. Just saw the one deer, but still, I mean, yeah, I didn't get to shoot him, but I mean, got to see him real close, which was very cool in itself. Saw a lot of sign for raccoon and beavers, and a lot of deer sign in general. Got to do a lot of walking, being out in the woods. So yeah, I mean, I didn't get a deer, but still had a great day, you know. So you always got to be thankful for stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna try to get back out here next weekend if I can. You know, get out before daylight. That was kind of my problem. I didn't get out here before daylight. I had to bring my kids to daycare. So, but I think next weekend I'll swing out here and hunt in the morning, and then visit some traps. See what happens. So, anyways, thanks for coming along with the adventure, and hope to see you next time.